Never thought I would be doing this again, but hello, it's me. I'm back. I am so excited because I am coming to you today to introduce Iconic Ink. What is Iconic Ink? Iconic Ink is a conversation series where we are bringing the grown woman's group chat to real life with perspective and with game you can actually use. I want to discuss everything from money to sex to career to family, all of those things, but taking this beyond an ooh and ah women's empowerment lens to information, frameworks, resources that you can use to move your life forward and design a life that you want, girl, because you're iconic. I want to sit down with iconic women to talk about all the things that women are talking about in our group chat. I wanted to talk to women with a unique point of view or women who have a certain expertise. And I want to understand not only how they did it and to learn more about them and what they've done, but also how you can replicate that if that's something that you want in your life in particular. When I think about the first three guests, one of them is teaching us about becoming our own woman and also how to publish our own book. We also have another guest who is a real estate investor. She's talking about leveraging your 401k and credit to get into investing. And we also have another guest lined up who's talking to us about emotional wellness and health and how to deal with things as they come. Because as we all know, girl, when you get grown, life be lifing. Okay. And so we're talking about actually how to move through these things. They're sharing resources, they're sharing tips, they're sharing tricks, all things that you could take with you in your life and use for real. So that is the whole purpose of Iconic Ink. Eventually, I do want to take this conversation series offline. I want us to have events. I want us to have workshops, things like that, because I am pro badass bitch, okay? I am pro woman. I am pro you feeling like a boss ass badass bitch. That's my mantra, but I don't want it to be an empty conversation where we just feel good emotionally, but we're not taking anything and doing anything with the information. Cut it. Don't want that at all. So that's what Iconic Ink is here for. I am so excited about it. Initially, Iconic Ink was supposed to be a segment of content within the context of a full media platform. Girl, I quickly realized that I do not have the capacity to launch a full media platform. But delayed doesn't mean denied, and different doesn't mean don't. Okay. So I am going with what I have and the strength that I have, and I'm hoping that you guys like it. For those of you all who have known me personally or who have been following me a while, you know I love a good conversation, girl, and a good kiki. And I like to mix the kiki with perspective and substance. So that's kind of the angle that I'm taking here. My personal episode talks about entrepreneurship and all the fails that I had. Girl, I want you to avoid those pitfalls, girl, and stop spending that money. If you have a business, if you are an entrepreneur, you are going to want to listen to episode 1. I really do think that I take the wisdom that I've learned and I give you the game as far as what to avoid when it comes to your small business. Also, I link a resource in there. Shameless plug. Limelight PR Studio for anybody that needs help. Episodes 2, 3, and 4 are also really powerful. I just talked to you guys about those. And I'm just so excited. We're going to see where this goes. At this point, I'm throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So here is what I need you to do. I need you to go follow Iconic Ink. Of course, follow me, girl. And then I want you to stay tuned. If you have ever appreciated something that I've written, you know I'm a published writer, girl. If you've ever appreciated any of the rambling I've done in my Instagram story, any of the perspective I've shared, if you've ever I like how she thinks, please share this with someone. Okay. Because I need all the girls to know that I refuse to call this a podcast, but maybe I should. That this podcast, y'all, okay, anyway, that this podcast, it's like podcast, that word podcast, it kind of hurts me or something. I don't know. It just feels so for real. And I need to get past that because it's a bunch of BS. But I do need you to share this with your friends so they can know. I need y'all to run that up. I need to do an email list so you can know when episodes drop. I've not figured out the cadence, girl. But again, I'm going with the strength that I have. That's in the Bible. Anyway, if you read the story of Gideon, go in the strength that you have. But anyway, girl, tell the girls to tell a girl to bring another girl. Then you and your friends can get with me and my friends that we could be friends. Shit, we can do this every weekend. All right. Welcome to Iconic Ink, ladies, and a few gentlemen. Now, if the gentlemen come over here, you got to come over here and be quiet. You got to come over here and get out the way. Okay. Love you down, but this is a girl's space. So excited. Love you guys, and stay tuned for episode 1 of Iconic Inc.